All right, you guys, so as promised, I'm sitting in my car. It's very hot out and there's a guy next to me. I didn't even realize that. Anyway, I'm going to go in and check out, as I've mentioned before, in Canada, especially in my area, we have really bad selection of wax melts and candles, and I'm going to prove it to you guys. And well, for once, I hope that Walmart will prove me wrong. So anyway, we're going to take you into, this one is our first one. I may have to break this up in a couple days because our Walmarts are not just like, just around the corner from each other. They're, a day trip up here, an hour's drive there, another hour's drive there. Yeah. Good fun times on Vancouver Island. Anyway, so the whole plan is to take you guys in with me to see what we have in the way of selection. All right, come in. Yep, it's pretty sad. You guys think I was joking? I am not joking. Mainstays? A little bit of neatness there, I think. Another section of candles, but they're not ones that are screaming out at me, but I absolutely feel like I need to try. And it smells like soap in this aisle. Just saying. Alright, so that was a complete bust. As I showed you guys, we don't have a whole lot. That was stop number one. That was the major Walmart, or like a super Walmart here in Nanaimo. And yeah, kind of a bust. So we're gonna make one more stop at one more Walmart today. And we're gonna head down to Duncan because that's about a 45-minute to an hour's drive away, 45 minutes away from Nanaimo. And then I'm even further south than that to get home. And I think on a day two, we'll probably make another couple stops somewhere in Walmarts in like Langford, Victoria area, because like I said, here on Vancouver Island, we have like about 1 million people in population, but everything is so spread out. If you're not familiar with our area, even though we're an island, we are a large island, so you'd think that everything would be super handy, but that's not the case. So anyway, you guys, off we go to store number 2 in hopes that we find something. All right, good. So we're at the second location. I just parked the car. We are in Duncan, and yeah, we're gonna go check it out. This, I didn't have many hopes in the Nanaimo Walmart, and it's a really big one. Like Duncan's is pretty big too, but it's the Nanaimo one. I thought if we were gonna find one or something, it would be in the Nanaimo one. And like there was one Mainstays there that was in like a raspberry scent that I was this close to getting, but honestly, Mainstays is like super thin, super small, and there was only 2, and all I could think of is I have to go through the checkout in Walmart on a Friday of a long weekend in Canada. So I just put it back. It just wasn't worth it for me. I didn't feel like it was worth it. So anyway, let's go see if Duncan has anything different to look at. Well, I don't know, fingers crossed. In Duncan, just looking at the candles here, there's not a whole lot. Nothing much different than what we saw before. Yeah, it's a smaller amount than we saw earlier in Nanaimo, which makes sense. Nanaimo's a larger city than Duncan, but that's what we have. This is it. Read them and weep. Ooh, these are a little different. Lavender vanilla bean. Ooh. Ooh, I actually found something I like. Let's see how this one smells. Not extraordinary. It's not something I feel like I have to get. It doesn't have a lot of banana in it, which is unfortunate. Too green, to bathroom. Ooh, alluring. I'm gonna try smelling this one. Alluring. Very crimson. Right here it shows that it's like a wood fragrance, so like an oud. Probably not something for me, especially this time of year, so I might skip on it this time, but we'll see. These are the ones I saw. I'm going to go through these. Interestingly enough, this one here is definitely more on the eucalyptus than lime, so I'm passing on that one. And then we have wild mint and crushed rosemary. It's a pretty healthy balance of the two. And then this one here is lemongrass and sparkling ginger, lemongrass. And what I did find is these two here, when I originally saw it, is this one, lavender and vanilla bean in a square. But remember how, like, was it Better Homes and Gardens or something, whatever they had, like their aromatherapy line, but this is exactly the same as that, so just a different packaging. So interesting. I don't think I'm going to take any of these because they're not that intriguing to me. So on to the other side, it's very similar to what Nanaimo had, and those whatever candles, I don't even know if they're scented, but some just decorative candles and some scented ones, but none of them really stand out to me as being something I absolutely have to get. I have so many candles at home that I don't feel like I need to buy any. Nothing is, packaging does mean something. If you really want me to pick it up, I need something like fresh and new, you know? Who else is with me here? Trans up. Okay, you guys, so I'm back in the car and I have nothing. So that was another bust. As I've mentioned before many times in this video and many times in my other previous videos, Walmarts here in Canada, at least where I'm from, they're not even a hit. It's very seldom I find anything that's really worth going through that long lineup. Even if you do self-checkout, the lineups are super long. So it's one of those, like, it's not worth it, at least yet. So that's gonna end day one's look. I have to go into work. Today's the July 1st long weekend Canada Day. It's actually the Friday before Canada Day. So things are busy. People are crazy around here. Road rage is real right now. Holy cow, people are idiots. Apparently they don't know how to shoulder check when they go to change lanes, but I'm sure that's everywhere. And you know, most people that I have issue with, it must be the year of the vehicle that they bought, that it was not, like, the turn signals were just not an option that year, because that's also another thing that I always say is apparently that wasn't an option for your purchased vehicle that year, was an actual turn signal. Definitely not user error. So anyway, real fun times. I have to go to work tomorrow, and my hopes are to go on my couple days off down to Victoria or the Victoria area, so Langford, all that, to do some more Walmart stops. I have to exchange something at Lululemon, but you're not going to take you into that because you guys won't want to watch that part. But anyway, yeah. All right. Well, that's it for day one, and thanks very much for joining me. Okay, I'm in the largest Walmart, I think, on all of Vancouver Island, which is central to Victoria. It's right downtown. And it's a little bit better. You gotta keep in mind that I've said this time and time again, in Canada, our selection for wax melts candles do not compare to the Americans. So I'm just gonna turn you guys around. We're gonna take a look. There's a lot more, but we'll take a look. So we have this brand, which we've seen at it must be like the Walmart brand. Again, none of them scream to me as something I feel like I need to get. Firewood fig. I like the tops on these. It's kind of cool, but firewood fig is okay. Then we go over here to tea lights and just regular plain Jane, some battery operated, very religious ones. And then we get over to Mainstays, and they've got some bow doves down here, which is great, and some tea lights into various scents, and then like little one wick candles. And you can see the prices. This is in Canadian dollars, of course. So hazelnut cream, that's a good wax melt actually. That's this one here for Mainstays. So here's the Mainstays. And nothing overly interesting. I think I might stop and smell a couple. There's that raspberry I was telling you about earlier from the other shop. It's a good smell, but the lineups at Walmart are really, really long, and I don't know if I really feel like getting two things, bless you, getting two things and having to go through that lineup. So anyway, there's $7 for these mainstays candles and various scents. Larger jars are $10. A few different scents. But well, let's move over here. These are like the aromatherapy kind of line. Vanilla sandalwood, magnolia mulberry, and so on. Caramel latte, that might smell okay, but again, I'm not really into any of that stuff. I have so many candles, I need something to just really jump out at me and say, buy me. This is definitely in the wrong spot, but that's okay. I am not OCD, and I'm not gonna move it this time. So again, we come over to Sensationals. As I mentioned before, we do not have Better Homes and Gardens. So there's a few warmers up here, not many. There's only a few really through the whole store. And then these are the ones that I was telling you guys about earlier. Not unique enough for me to purchase it, especially in the lineups. But again, banana toffee pie was good. I want more banana in it. I did sniff that in the last Walmart we went to. None of these are super new that I can tell. I don't know, oh, this is just a re-sticker, like a repackaged version of vanilla French toast. It's very, very sweet. Too ooey gooey for me. I love Fantasyland. I'm glad to see that we have it. I didn't know we did, so I'm happy to hear that or see that we have it here. So I still have a couple that my friend sent me. There's a juicy one here that might be new. We'll smell that in a moment. And then I got the family size. Again, nothing super crazy. So then we have other warmers here. And that's where we came from, down there. So it's a full aisle, or half aisle, I guess. One side, we've got room sprays. We have tiny little things that I guess these go into, so those things above here. So that's kind of cool, I guess. I got some cute designs. Definitely trying to be like Bath and Body Works. Fragrance discs. And then I guess they go in here with a fragrance fan. We just have a few more warmers here. And that's pretty much it. There's a couple on the end cap. Sometimes you can find some new things. Honeycrisp cider and pumpkin spices. This one's just not very pumpkin-y. It's mostly cinnamon. Again, I want to try that juicy one out. Pumpkin cream. I'll sniff that one. But other than that, there's nothing really that new. All right, let's go pile up a couple of them and we're gonna do a little sniff test. Okay, so I have you guys sort of sitting up against something. So I thought I'd check out this candle here. I don't need any more candles because I placed an order on Bath & Body Works. Caramel Latte from Home Trends. This is just like their, I don't know, basic candle, but this is in the scent, sorry, I have a frog in my throat. This is in the scent Caramel Latte. It's actually quite nice. It's on the border of ooey gooey, but these don't tend to throw that well when it comes to scents when burning. So I wouldn't say that if you're adverse to ooey gooey like myself, I think you could probably get away with this and be okay in a larger space. But of course you need something to put this on, and I have too many candles. I don't need any more candles, thank you. All right, so on the wax melt front, this is that juicy one here. That was something I hadn't seen in the other ones. I don't remember it anyway. This is good, obviously in the fruit category. It's good. It's very artificial though. Not really a big fan. This one here, Among the Trees. I've seen this in the last couple as well, but actually this is not bad. It's not too outdoorsy. It's got a little spice to it too. Not bad, but not worth going in the lineup at Walmart. So we have two kind of fall ones, pumpkin spice and pumpkin cream, and I think I've smelled the pumpkin spice and it's very cinnamony, and I'm fearing that this I've never smelled before unless it's a repackage. Also might be too cinnamon like, but we'll give them a try. So pumpkin spice. This is good if there's a little less cinnamon and more pumpkin. As predicted, a cinnamon blast in your face. So yay. No, not good. And then we have pumpkin and cream. And try something. This is giving me caramel popcorn, this one. And it's funny because it just so happens that the caramel popcorn was right here and I wanted to smell it. And this is giving me like a hint of caramel popcorn, whereas this is a huge blast. So if I were to choose between these two, I would get the actual caramel popcorn. Yeah. All right, then we have some mainstays here to sniff. This was interesting. Black and white design, darkest sandalwood. It's also a really dark gray kind of color wax. Ooh, this is sexy. This would be a really good bedroom scent, actually. That's my favorite one so far of all the ones I've shown you today. So let's go look to the other one. This is Caribbean Spice. Caribbean Spice. I might have company soon. Not bad. Artificial, for sure. Peach mango, great combo. Love both of those. Let's see. Ooh. Has hints of like peach sugar, peach rings are little sugar peaches. Anyway, that was really good too. Less artificial, actually, interestingly enough. And the last one I have to share with you guys is black cherry. I do love a black cherry over a regular cherry. I love the deep dark, like extra cherry. This is nice, but artificial. It reminds me of a gum I had that lasted like 30 seconds before the flavor was gone when I was a kid. Hubba Bubba, maybe. But anyway, there they are. Okay, so I am now out of that last Walmart and I'm just at the next Walmart, the last one we're going to discuss on this video, because there's not that many Walmarts. So I am in Langford, which is a, you know, suburb of Victoria. So it's a decent sized Walmart. It's a super Walmart. Most of them are around here because there are so few. They also are grocery stores and all that fun stuff. So anyway, we're going to go check it out. And as per usual, I do not expect to see a whole lot of newness. But you never know. So let's go check it out. All right, last Walmart of the day. Those are the warmers, small ones. And this is the cluster, you know what, of things. There's some nutcracker. That's interesting. I bet you it's probably still been here since Christmas. Buttercream. So there's a few things I'll stop and we'll talk about. But that one, a lot of same. Nothing crazy, but we'll go through some. And down here we got the larger warmers and some light bulbs. Tea lights. Mainstays. All the same. That would be way too sweet for me. Yeah, that's about it, guys. And then we have this section here, which is religious candles, your battery operated candles across here, and we have just plain regular candles and tea lights on the bottom. That is it. As you can see, that is the only part of the store that has wax. So yeah, anyway, let's go do a sniff test here. Really good lighting, I know. Great angle, wonderful. All right, a couple things. I've had this before, but it reminds me of a scent from when I was a kid. I don't know what it is. I wouldn't say it's Cotton Candy Cloud, but this is not new, but I do like it. Again, not worth going in the lineup at Walmart on a Sunday on a long weekend. Next up, we have Illusion. A good bathroom scent, perhaps, but not one that I would particularly want. I think I've smelled this one before, but I wanted to give it a shot. The sugar cookie dough. Vanilla buttercream. That's what it smells like. It smells good, but again. Moon Magic. there's some berries in there. It has like more of a floral, apparently. But it's like a floral fruit floral. Buttercream frosting. Probably gonna smell just the same. Fruit Loops. Don't know why. I had to. I think I might actually have this one. I probably haven't used it yet because I saved it for next year. So this has got a wood stick on it, so it's probably either cinnamon or it's like an oud. Oh, cinnamon. No. And Celestial. No, just not for me. This is not good. It's not even a bathroom scent. So that's it. That's all, you guys. So we'll have a wind-up chat in the car. All right, see you shortly. All right, so I actually just made it home. I forgot to do an outro as I promised you I would. So I'm sitting in my car. I just put my car in park and turned the engine off. And so no AC is on, so that's gonna be fun shortly. Basically, at the end of the day, I didn't buy anything, nothing, because nothing was worth the lineup if I did see something to get at. The lineups are just, I guess what I'm trying to say, it's not great, it's not ideal, because I only liked a couple things in each place, maybe even like one of them I didn't even like anything, didn't see anything I wanted. But to go through the till, even self-checkout, it's ridiculous. You know, maybe it's a bad weekend, but Nelson's away right now in Italy for work. I thought, well, I'll just take the time so I don't feel like not that he cares, but that way I'm not feeling like I'm dragging him around. So I just, you know, took my time and did it all, which was great, but there's nothing to pick up and the lineups were so busy, super long. So anyway, I am so thankful for Ramona for sending me wax, and Teresa, when she lived in the USA, I should say, and Teresa, who currently lives in the US, and she's like my wax shopper for me, which is so awesome. Thank you very much to both of you. And I know, Teresa, I'm sure I'll be asking you for fall wax when you guys actually get them, because also in Canada, as I've mentioned before, we don't get Better Homes and Gardens. Not sure why not. And if you saw those price tags, that's in Canadian dollars, and I get that, but we pay so much more for those wax cubes, even after the, you know, exchange rate is done. It's ridiculous. I don't know why, and why don't we have Better Homes and Gardens? Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I know this video is not super long. It was a little bit shaky. My other device is broken right now, so I have to go send it away to get fixed. But in the meantime, it's on my camera, so that's just gonna have to do. My shaky hands, and also for coming shopping with me. So as always, you guys, be safe, take care, and have fun. Bye.